Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all don't nobody want to bow no more. Everybody want to worship, but don't nobody want to bow down. But God is looking for a church that is too ashamed to lift their head up. They know that their righteousness is like filthy rags, and when they come before God, they're not worthy enough, but they're willing to bow down and worship Him. I'm leaving y'all because you're getting tired. She respected authority. Do you see what I see? Can you see it? Being on the outside, didn't even belong to him. Didn't have no business talking to him. But she respected him enough to worship him. Y'all ain't saying nothing. See, that's good all by itself. I'm leaving you. Look at verse 27. No, look at 26. I'm sorry. Go back to 26. Listen.
But he answered and said, it is not meet to take to the children bread and to cast it to dogs.
He began to tell her, I ain't got no business taking from the Jews. Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Go ahead.
See, when he talked about the children, he was talking about the Jews.
Go ahead.
The ones that he came to be king to. Even though they had mistreated him, y'all ain't got to say nothing. He still honored them enough to say, I won't take food from my children and give to the dogs and give to the outsider and give to the Gentiles, folks that don't even belong to my family. Who am I talking to? It's bad when you take food from your child and give it to somebody that don't even belong to the family. But we got some folks, some mothers and some fathers that help other folks' children. Y'all ain't saying nothing before they help their own children. Ain't nobody got to say nothing to me. But he said it's wrong.
Go ahead now. That's
for
right.
me.
That's right.
To take from mine and give it to you.
That's right. Go ahead.
In other words, why should I give you a blessing?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Y'all ain't got to talk now.
Go ahead.
Why should I give you anything when you're not a part of my family?
Go ahead.
And you'll find out there's so many people that comes to Mount Vernon. They come and they seek blessings from Mount Vernon, but they don't want to become a member. Y'all ain't got to say that. They want pastor to take up a love offering. They come Sunday after Sunday looking for a handout, but they don't want to become a member. In other words, you want to be blessed outside of the family. Do I have a church tonight that see what I see? It's not right for us to have to take care of folks that don't pay their tithes and offering into Mount Vernon. Y'all ain't got to say nothing now. But yet you're always looking for a handout. And then the ones that pay their tithe and offering, they can't get nothing because you're always robbing the pig and penny. Ain't nobody got to say nothing. You ain't got to talk to me now. But I feel pretty good because I see something that you don't see. I got to leave you. Read one more verse and we get out of here. Read one more verse. 27.
And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table.
In other words, she didn't argue with the Lord. But the Bible said that she told him, you got a point there. But even the dogs have to eat sometimes. And what she was really saying to Jesus was, you can give your children what you want to give them. But I guarantee you one thing about your children. The more you give them, the more stuff they gon' waste. Y'all ain't got to say nothing now. But God is looking for a church that is stop wasting over everything that he gives you. But this woman wasn't part of the family. But she was on the outside looking in. And she had sense enough to know that when God gives the church something, he gives you more than enough. And when he gives you more than enough, you begin to play over stuff. Just like a child, when you put their plate in front of them, you tell that child, eat everything that I put on the plate. But oh Lord, won't a child sit there and begin to play over food? And my grandmama used to tell us like this, that food that you're playing over, many people and tell them, do you see what I see? Well, let me tell you what I see. I see Jesus.